Let's try this again. For the people in the back, I'm looking at you, Dr. Hughes. Good evening, lovely people. Hey, my name is Dr. Joshua Golden, and I'm honored to be here tonight with you. So tonight's speech is geared towards my new docs. I want you to all imagine this day one more time. You just graduated from dental school. You're literally on cloud 9. If your family's looking at you, you're literally floating. But we're all type A personalities. We're starting to freak out a little bit because it's like, what's next? For me, it was residency and moving back to South Florida with my wife so that we can have our first kid. Dental school is, in some sense, and you guys can agree with me on this, traumatizing. So once I finished dental school, I wanted to be a regular schmegular dentist. Mr. 9 to 5, soon as that clock hit a certain time, I'm walking out the door. But God had different plans. Obviously, I'm standing up here before you guys. For me, I needed 5 keys to keep me going and focused. And I'm gonna share those with you so that for all my new docs, you're ready to go day one with these keys. So, key number 1, you're gonna make mistakes. I want you to be comfortable with that. Accept it, you're gonna make those mistakes. Many of us, when we're in large groups, we won't answer questions that we are 100% sure of just because we have fear that we're gonna look dumb or stupid, you know? Also, some of the docs, we're not doing bigger procedures like all on fours, Botox, or even Invisalign because it's not in our scope. But I wanna give you a secret. It's called practicing dentistry for a reason. Every day, you're going to get better. You need to push yourself just a little bit further, 1% better every day. And when you do that, you're able to help one more patient. You're able to improve your practice just a little bit more. But all you need to do is make a few mistakes. Now, I know, type A personality. I don't want to make mistakes, Dr. Golden. I just feel weird when I do that. So then that's when key number 2 is going to help you. And with key number 2, it's nice and simple. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. Mindset is everything. Mindset is the way that we have our beliefs, and it shapes how we view this world. It influences the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave. So I'm gonna give you a little scenario. Dr. Miller, it's Monday morning at your beautiful practice. You have a patient scheduled for an occlusal composite, and I know you want to do an amalgam, but you're not going to do an amalgam. You're going to do a nice simple composite for this patient. You start to prep the patient. Your assistant hands you something, and all of a sudden, you look down, and the pulp makes a dramatic appearance. What do you do, Doc? You freak out a little bit. Yes, I get it. We all have that old crap moment. It was supposed to be a simple occlusal. What happened? I'm looking at the x-rays. Did my assistant do something? What did she hand me? You're looking for someone to blame, but at this moment, we need to stay calm. We have to figure out what we need to do for our patient first and foremost, solve that problem, then we need to get over it. Most people, when a situation like this happens at 8:30 in the morning, they're still thinking about it at 4:30 in the afternoon when the day's almost over. We have to find that motivation just to move past that moment. Just like an NFL quarterback. If you're in the Super Bowl and you throw an interception, you're gonna go to the sideline, you're gonna figure out what went wrong, and then you're gonna get back in that game because you need to win that Super Bowl for your team. And that's the exact same thing that you need to do as a dentist. All right, so we got our 2 keys. Number 1 was we need to make sure that we are going to stay focused with our mindset, and we are also going to make sure that we're getting things done. So, Third thing, mentors. Mentors are super important to us. Your mentor is someone that can simply listen to you vent, or this person can help you step by step throughout your process. I've heard throughout this weekend, it's super tough for you guys to find mentors, right? I've heard that. But with today's social media, you can literally slide into somebody's DM and find a new mentor. Literally, someone like Dr. David Rice or even the Daily Dentist, that person can become your mentor after you build a relationship. I know when I was starting out in my first year, I didn't really have a mentor. And mainly because the times were different. My mentor was YouTube. I would do tons and tons of video, and also I would go to Florida dental meetings and try to meet some like-minded docs. But a lot of the docs in my area in South Florida were looking to retire, so they didn't want to take on that task. I found 2 docs that would give me information here and there, and that would help me move forward. And they don't even know they were like my surrogate mentors. All right, so as we move on with mentors, mentors help us prevent problems. I remember this could have been the first or second day on my job. I did an extraction on tooth number 20, and it was semi-complicated. And I remember I did the extraction, it was smooth, I had no problems. I go back to my office, I sit down at my desk, and I pick up the care slip. I look at the care slip, and I see that for that production, I was paid $12. Yeah, what kind of dental plan was that? $12 for that procedure. And then when you really think about it, I was paid a percentage of that $12, so it hurts even more. So I try not to think about it too much. But with a good mentor, my mentor would have told me, hey doc, first off, look at that care slip. Look at the x-ray. Make sure that this is something that is within your practice. And also, maybe doc, we can send this to our oral surgeon who's gonna be in the next day. And that'll help not only you avoid those semi-complications that you had, and provide more for the practice in the long run. So I'm not just thinking about myself, I'm thinking about the practice as well. So mentors mean so much to us, and we cannot do it without them. So now that you have your mentor by your side, now it's time for that leadership to come out. And that's doing this with helping your team grow. Many of us have team members that don't have their voices heard. And something that I enjoy doing one-on-one, I have about 9 people on my staff, and I want to know them very well. I spend time at lunch from time to time, eating with them, getting to know them. Also, we often decorate our office for holidays, and we get into that Christmas spirit, taking that good old picture together as a family. But you want to get to know your team, because as a leader, you're going to need them. You want to know what their strengths and their weaknesses are. Whatever their strengths may be, it is your job as a leader to highlight those strengths. Once you highlight those strengths, you can put them in the right situation, and then once you know what their weaknesses are, we can slowly work on those to turn those into strengths as well. So it's all on you as a leader to do that. All right? And then finally, our last thing, we need to give back. Our last key is give back. We owe it to organizations such as SNDA to give back to those behind us. Whether it's something as simple as mentoring, doing a quick volunteer maybe at a school or a weekend event, or even doing some type of community service. At my office once a year, we provide service to our community for patients who aren't able to complete their treatment plans. We'll call them back throughout the year, get them on the schedule, and provide extractions, composites, whatever they may need. But we always want to give back, because once we're giving back, this allows us to remember where we started. You weren't all starting off in these beautiful dresses and suits, you know. Once upon a time, we were sitting there and we were struggling. So we want to be able to help those people that are struggling and help pull them forward as well. Look, I get it. We've all been through a lot. And these keys are definitely gonna help you in the long run. It took me some time to learn it, and I'll be honest, I'm still working on it myself. But without these keys, I know I would be lost. So I want to leave us with one of the greatest quotes that I've ever read from one of the greatest shooters I've ever seen. He was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. His name is Timo Cruz from the movie Coach Carter. And if you are about a certain age, you probably saw the movie Coach Carter about 15 times. I'm pretty sure Timo stole this quote from someone, i.e. Nelson Mandela, but it still gets me going to this day, and I want to share it with you guys. All right, don't want to mess it up, so I had to go ahead and print it out, getting old. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened by shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Thank you guys for having me tonight, and let's continue to motivate, educate, and inspire. Thank you.